Yeah. So now the second episode's starting. Literally. That's where I'm gonna cut it.
Okay.
Hey guys, it's almost like a week hasn't passed.
Guys, the reason we're doing a two-part is because Brandon's about to embark on a real adventure. And we'll set that up here in a bit. But so last week I left you, it was a cliffhanger. Okay. We were driving past Colorado Springs where Crindy spent her summers as a soap carving Pocahontas.
Yeah. That's what they called her.
She dressed like Pocahontas and she told stories. And then one summer she worked as a soap carver. But we were on our way to 11 Mile Canyon, which is where we tent camped with my family and my in-laws. Uh-huh. We get there, and I'll tell you what Jeff Engle's family does. They do camping. They do camping differently.
You got it?
They do camping differently.
We do camping. Hi, guys. We do camping.
Stop it. It's less like a campsite and more like a tent city, is what I'm saying, with the Engles. So they've done this enough. Jeff grew up tent camping. We did not.
Grow up tent camping? No, we did not.
We didn't. We spent a lot of time outdoors at sporting events, just playing outdoors generally. We were outdoor kids.
Yeah.
Barefoot kids. Which I have
Walmart-footed.
Sure, which I have a story about that.
Kool-Aid faces.
I have a story about that here in a minute. So, what?
Hold on.
Why are you doing that to me? Hang on, I gotta wipe my nose.
No.
Brandon.
It's going.
My nose is running.
It's fine. You better catch it.
I'm trying.
Dude, that was a juicy fake fart. That one came out like a pro.
You're gonna edit that out.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to edit anything, and I'll tell you why. Because you got me doing video. You got me doing audio. What's the point of having a producer on the payroll? What is the payroll? The non-existent payroll?
I was gonna say, who's getting paid around here? So, okay, we're at 11 Mile Canyon, tent city. Jeff's parents are in their own tent. We are in a tent. It's supposed to be a 6-man. Isn't.
Okay.
5 barely.
Okay.
Fit in there. Okay. Guys, I had not been tent camping since before I married Jeff Engle. So 20 plus years.
Okay.
Long time.
Okay.
And I told Jeff I would not complain.
Okay.
I would be a team player.
Really dropped the ball on those.
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
Complain?
No.
Save that for your weekly therapy session with me.
I did a really good job, guys. This campsite in 11 Mile Canyon, absolutely beautiful. So Jeff's parents have a tent. We have our own tent, the 5 of us. And then they set up like an awning.
Okay.
Might have been a Kirkland's awning.
So it was nice.
So it was super nice.
Yeah.
This is a fancy campsite. And they cook with a propane stove.
Okay.
And they cook meals out there.
Yeah.
Meals. We grilled steaks one night with
Sounds great.
veggies. We cooked fish, the fish that they caught, rainbow trout, a bony fish, rainbow trout. A lot of little bones in there.
You can eat those.
Not a lot of meat.
Just eat the bones. Have you never seen Heathcliff the cat when he just goes and just takes
the bones out?
Yeah, it's easy peasy.
That doesn't happen with these.
Cartoon kitty cats can do it.
I tried. It doesn't work.
Okay, well.
I'm still choking.
Yeah, that's good. I might die.
I might die. They're stuck in my esophagus.
It's a slow burn.
It is. And so they cook such beautiful things. They cooked all these soups in advance and cooked them so we had soup. It was chilly at night, so that was really nice.
That sounds great. I would literally do anything for a chilly day right now.
Yeah.
It's hot.
Awful out here. The heat index is like 113.
It's too hot.
That humidity slammed me in the face as soon as I got out of the car in Oklahoma.
It's a glasses fogger.
It really is. So we took a hike. Now, this was a harrowing experience because out there you've got all kinds of wildlife. It's wild country. You've got black bears. You've got chipmunks.
Yeah.
Bats. Every night we saw bats.
Oh, that sounded like the way you said bats sounded like a dude from Boston saying Barts. Bats? What, you got these bats out here?
What's a Bart?
I don't know. This is everywhere.
Bears?
Dudes.
Barts?
Dude's named Bart.
And Battlestar Galactica.
What's your name, Bart? What, you wicked smart, Bart? You go to the car park over at Scotland Yard? These are all things to say in a Boston accent.
Bats.
You know, bats. Me, Sully, and Tommy and Bobby went over and met a bunch of dudes named Bart. Bart Simpson.
Bat. So yeah, you've got critters up there. So we take a hike, great hike, difficult hike.
Hard
I might
hike.
add. Straight up and down for a lot of it.
Altitude.
Altitude.
Shallow breath.
Do you know what saved me on this trip?
Tarp.
Sponsor us.
Tarps.
Taps.
I got a tarps.
Liquid IV. Sponsor us, Liquid IV.
Yeah.
It's great stuff.
I'm a fan of it.
You can feel the life coursing back to your veins.
Well, it's the think of the electrolytes.
Think of the electrolytes. So we're on this hike straight up and down, and we see a creature coming around the bend.
Yeah.
My first thought is cougar.
And it was just this lady with like stiletto heels and a Cosmo. Where's all the young guys at? I wandered outside. I'm too far away.
Teetering on the edge.
just like falling. Just like her stilettos just getting caught in rocks and stuff. Why are you hiking in those?
Just couging it up.
Hi, boys.
No, I thought it was a mountain lion. And so I'm like gathering my children to me. And I'm panicking because there's nowhere to go.
Sure.
And I'm like, well, this is it. If the glass doesn't take us down, the cougar will. It was a golden retriever. Happiest surprise of my life.
That's better than a cougar.
Happiest surprise of my life. It had just broken free from its owners and had come around.
Okay.
Early.
Well, yes. If while hiking,
Yeah.
if I'm making a list of creatures to encounter,
Yeah.
a golden retriever is going to be more favorable
Number one.
than a mountain cat with vengeance in its heart, claws, teeth, blood on the brain. I don't know.
Hate in his heart. So we hiked, we looked at the stars, did a lot of fishing, got a lot of great pictures of the kids fishing. We caught cutthroat trout, all the trout, all manner of trout.
There's no trout left in Colorado.
Not a one.
We drained them dry.
Brook, rainbow, cutthroat, maybe some lake trout.
Sure. You've got a lot of trout knowledge.
A lot of trout. Well, this is what we do in the summers.
You're a trout people.
Trout authority.
You're a trout. Yeah, you're the local representative of the trout authority.
That's right. And what was
For all your trout questions and trout needs.
See, Ashley Engle.
Engle Trout House.
Engle Trout.
Welcome to Engle's
Trout House. What was really cool on this trip is that our oldest
It's actually a really funny restaurant name.
Trout House.
I would go to Trout House.
Yeah.
But it's just no fish at all. It's just canned meats. It's just Vienna sausages and cold hot dogs. Excuse me, could I have the trout? What are you talking about? We don't have trout.
Why would you ask me that?
Fresh out of trout. Rhymes. It rhymes so you know it's true.
It's right. So you know
Go ahead.
Anyway, what's cool about this trip is that Harrison, who has always enjoyed fishing, he's almost 50. He's almost 15, Brandon. This week.
Are you okay?
How dumb is that? How did that happen? What are we doing?
Just a bad passage of time. It's slipping through like sands through the hourglass.
It's awful.
These are the days of our lives.
It's awful.
Time.
It's not on your side.
It's not.
He really caught the fishing bug this time, especially on the last day. They're to the age now where they don't need as much help, like baiting, tying the flies, baiting the hook, getting the fish off the hook, all the things. And then a lot of it's catch and release. We did eat some of the fish, but a lot of it's catch and release. And when you unhook a trout, par exemple, you have to kind of revive them, because they will die even if you unhook them and put them back in the water sometimes.
Just a guy swimming to meet up with his pals.
Right.
Got a hook in his
looks tasty.
Hook in his face.
Yeah. I know.
Stop for a little snack. Can you imagine if you were on a road trip and you pulled off for some corn nuts and someone just put a hook in your face and then held you up for a selfie? And then he goes, okay, on your way to the family reunion.
It's some trauma.
Just mouth bleeding everywhere.
I know. It's some trauma.
Trout trauma.
I know. But at least we released those. So you put them in the water and you kind of have to move them back and forth in the water to kind of, Jeff was telling me it's something to do with like a vein that kind of helps propel them forward. I don't know, but the kids know how to do this now.
It's the main vein. It's the trout's main vein.
Maybe so.
No, it's true.
Okay.
Why don't you ask the trout authority?
Okay.
Oh, wait, that's you.
I should know this. I learned this in trout college. And so the kids have, so what was really cool is that the last day of this trip, Harrison wasn't particularly jazzed about going fishing, but he went and he caught 6 all by himself, baited, released them, the whole thing. And he had the best day. It was so fun to see. This was a beautiful trip, but I will say I did have some grievances about tent camping, as you can imagine.
Producer just Googled and was sending over best practices for catch and release trout fishing.
Okay.
But his Google search was what to do when releasing a trout. But the first thing that came up was what to do when you get released from prison. So I don't know what he's been searching.
What have you been doing on summer vacation?
You keep talking. I'm just trying to see if it says anything about the vein.
Okay. But so yeah, I do have some grievances.
This is way too long an article, man. I'm not going to read that. Sorry.
Thanks for your work, though.
Thanks for your service.
Thanks for your good work.
You truly are you're the hat band of this podcast.
That's right.
Keeping our vein in place.
Just holding it in.
Holding it in.
Let's first discuss the lack of running water.
When tent camping? Mm-hmm. Well, you knew that.
About it.
You knew that was coming.
Let's talk about it.
Okay. You don't like it?
It's worse than I remembered.
Okay, cool.
It's worse than I remembered.
That's good.
So there are water pumps throughout the campground, but you have to go and like get the water and haul it back,
sure.
right? It's ice cold, which is nice. Delicious water, ice cold.
Yeah.
What's cooler than being cool?
Nugget
water
ice.
From the ground. Oh. So no running water, which is a problem because the toilet situation. All right. We're in a little camping pod area. You are wandering into some very dangerous campground right now. I'm going to try to be careful. Mm-hmm. I'm going to try to be careful.
Go ahead.
Okay.
It's awesome whenever you start the potty talk because I can always...
You can talk about potties and not have to end up in it, Brandon.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair enough.
You can skirt right on over the top.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
You should. Okay. So we're in this little camping pod area, and I would say probably 15, 20 women are using the same facility.
It's too many women.
Yeah. And there's one toilet for the women, one toilet for the men. But I will say people didn't adhere to that rule. They didn't adhere to it.
Just bouncing? Free?
Just bouncing free.
Free pooping. Free peeing.
Ignoring the signs.
Musical chairs.
So, and
free skate. Everybody back up. All skate. God, you remember whenever it was couple skate?
I want to tell my story.
Remember couple skate?
Yeah.
When you didn't have a person to couple skate with and what a loser you felt like.
Totally.
But what you did was you learned how to skate backwards because if you didn't have a couple, you were allowed to couple skate if you could backwards skate.
Yeah.
Which feels like a really, like, I don't have anybody,
exclusionary.
But I'm going to skate backwards.
And then all the girls wished they'd chosen you.
Well, because then you can slow dance skate. If you're a guy who can backward skate while skating with a lady.
It's a skill.
It's a life skill. Go ahead.
So back to the toilets. Here I go again, talking toilets.
Back to the toilets. Here I go again. I mean, that's a title, if ever there's been one.
The Ashley Engle story. So, guys, what these are, they're called either vault toilets or pit toilets. And what it is just a toilet over a hole in the ground.
Yeah.
That's all it is, these camping toilets.
Take that.
In a shed.
Take that, Mother Nature.
Take that, Mother Nature. So when I tell you...
Sometimes I just be throwing an acorn down there with it so I can grow a big, beautiful tree out of my BMs. Bury me under the old oak tree.
Anyway.
Little did you know that oak tree that you're sitting here marveling at was grown from my stool.
It's a circle of life.
It started...
It's a circle of life.
As a turd.
Anyway, so this vault toilet was not close to my tent. It wasn't horribly far. But so what this means is pitch black of night.
Yeah.
You gotta go down there.
You gotta.
Horrifying. No lights in there?
No.
Maybe you don't want lights in there.
You
probably don't.
Well, sure.
You don't want to look. You don't want to look down. Don't look down.
Very gross.
Guys.
And the fact that it's, I'd rather just go walk about and just find...
Because you're a guy.
Find a spot.
Much easier for the fellas is what I'm saying.
When we're talking about number twos, it's all the same.
I know, but I'm just saying it's easier for the fellas 50% of the time. Just is.
You think I poop as much as I pee?
Anyway.
You think I'm 50-50 on...
Okay.
How often do you think I'm this is an honest question. How often do you think, because I pee a lot. I'm a very hydrated boy. How often what sort of disorder do you think that I have? 50% of the time? What? The worst road trip buddy that's ever existed? Pull off, Jeff. It's 50-50 time. I'm running a BOGO. I'm prolific. I'm the Nick Cannon of bowel movements. I'm a Coco Pelli in the can.
I am so sorry.
I told you.
We knew it was going to go south.
You better get ready. Set up camp. Pitch your tent because we're staying here for a while.
Set up camp.
Set up camp. Hope you brought your tarp.
But here's another thing about me. First of all, did not care for that. Second of all, I don't like to be dirty. I don't like it. I don't like to be dirty.
Dirty.
Like dirt.
Like actual
on
dirt.
my body.
I'm that way with sand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, see, California.
Coco
Beautiful.
Pelli.
Colorado is dusty.
Mm-hmm.
She dusty.
She an old dusty broad.
She dusty.
She dusty.
And it didn't rain one single time we were there, which I appreciate it. You know, sometimes tent camping in the rain can be lovely, but it could also be a disaster.
Yeah.
And so I do not like to go every night before I go to bed. Mm-hmm. Even if I just think that my feet could be dusty, dirty. If I have to let the dogs outside, for example, to go to the restroom.
That's very. Your dogs have a vault.
They do.
Toilet
they
out
have a
back.
vault toilet just for Ellie. Each of them has one.
Yeah.
And I have to come back in and wash my feet off every night. I cannot get into my bed if I even think that there could be dirt on my feet.
Do you just need some Kirkland slides by the back door?
Really
Why don't you have outside going slides?
I should.
That's.
You need one by every door of your home. A pair.
I keep my Kirkland slides off the carpet on the wood.
Okay.
So that every time I have to walk on a hard surface in my house, I throw them on.
Slide time.
These dogs don't touch hard surfaces. The slides stay on.
Okay.
That was a weird.
Oh, throat baby. Jeff calls that a throat baby.
I call it a burgle cut. Because
from Willow.
Yeah, because that's the funniest. To me, it is like such an onomatopoeia sounding word because like burgle cut.
Yeah.
But when you like burgle cut. Yeah, it feels like when you do it, it says burgle cut.
That's good. I like it. So she's dusty out there. We referred to the feet as the camping foot. Yeah. And I have pictures of these.
Camping foot's gross.
The kids. Soot foot.
Yeah.
Dust and soot.
Yeah.
The kids had the worst feet. And like any good youth pastor of yore,
yeah.
you got to wear your chacos out there. You got to wear your tivas.
A chaco is a polarizing thing. Do you do a toe strap?
I've never found a toe strap that's comfy for me.
Because it anchors that toe too hard.
Yep, it does.
This toe's it's got to fly free.
Yep.
Like a Mississippi kite.
Yep.
This toe, just hide it under a bushel. No.
I wore my tivas on this trip, and they're great.
I like a tiva.
They're very comfy, but camping foot is a result.
Yeah, well,
so
if you're going out going out into nature, being a crunchy granola broad,
yeah,
a human Subaru,
I was
just out here, belay on belay. Right?
A human
just
Subaru.
You've got a chalk pouch on your back just for no reason. Like you're going to go scale a face.
No, I don't, because I don't like dust. I don't want that chalk on my person.
Okay.
Get out here.
Yeah, well.
I have never seen so many cracked heels.
Like on your kids?
No, just in Colorado.
Heels?
Cracked heels walking around.
Just looking at people's heels?
I've never wanted to take a tub of Vaseline and just slather it on people's feet.
Weirdest public outreach.
Because it is so awful, the dusty, cracked heels. They're everywhere.
That's your ministry.
It's my ministry.
Just out here.
Listen, it's biblical. Foot washing. People be so freaked out.
And then the Lord rubbed Vaseline on all the feet.
It's very soothing. It got me through the trip.
Vaseline on your heels?
Mm-hmm. Partially.
Man, I feel like Vaseline on the heels is just asking for a slip and fall.
You put a sock on.
Ew, sick.
That's what you
put
do.
a sock-
Ask any dermatologist.
I don't know any. Have you seen my skin? It's luminescent. One does not wander onto the lot lest he is planning to buy.
Okay.
So I don't go to a derm.
Okay.
Which is funny because if you look at this, I've just ingrown hairs galore.
Stop it.
Stuff on my face.
Stop it. But anyway, the dust is another grievance. And so every night I would have foot washing time with the kids because it was a rule. And they were like, oh, God, here's what happens when mom comes tent camping.
Here comes
I
mom.
didn't want their camping foot stepping on my pillow. Get out of here with it.
I don't want their clean foot stepping on my pillow.
I know, but when you're crammed in there like Vienna sausages to a tent.
Man, we've got some good tie bags. What sucks is these are 2 different episodes.
People are going to be like, what?
People who wander into this one. What?
What?
These people really like Vienna sausages and referencing them.
I don't.
Well, you're missing out.
Dusty cracked heels, though, were a real grievance of mine. Also, the wildlife. Again, we had chipmunks everywhere. Chipmunks galore.
Yeah.
Trying to steal the food constantly.
Can't trust them.
But the best thing was one night we were all snuggled into the tent at night. Here's what I would do. I treated myself like I treat my dog Ellie. She's a puppy. We're training her to sleep through the night, right? Without without going potty in the night.
Okay.
We cut her off. Our dear friend Travis, who is a celebrity dog trainer. Hi, Travis.
Hi, Travis.
He's incredible.
Come on.
Come on
Dog
the
talk.
pod.
Dog talk with Travis.
Dog talk with Travis.
He would come in here and it would be like a 2-minute long segment where he just berated me about how terrible my dog is. Like, hey, Brandon, you're doing it wrong.
He would never.
Okay.
Leo's
Tune in
precious.
next week when it will have not gotten any better.
Leo's precious.
Yeah. Well, he's something.
So Travis told us to cut off her liquids in the evening by like 6 p.m., 6 to 6:30.
Okay.
So we've been really diligent about that. That's what I did for myself on this trip. Because I thought, I'll tell you what I'm not doing. Walking down this dusty hill
Yo, go ahead.
with my dusty heels.
You got heels on the brain.
My cougar heels. just
How's that?
just flailing down.
Where's the Buffalo Wild Wings? Who's that?
Where's the vault toilet?
I'm up next on I've signed up for the next 6 songs on Karaoke. I'm doing Girls Just Want to Have Fun 6 times in a row until one of you boys sweeps me off my feet. Till one of you boys, pretty woman's me good. Till one of you boys makes me your wife. Oh my God. I'm recently divorced. I'm 5'4". I like leopard print. If there's one thing that I know, it's that I'm looking for a man. This is Cougar Carrie.
Cougar Carrie.
5, 6, 7, 8. Wake up in the morning light. That is how much you can.
So this was what I was trying to prevent.
My heels are cracked.
Stop it. I need some Vaseline. Oh my God.
What are you doing, big boy? So you give me a ride? I might have mimosa stuff at the house.
I'm wiping my nose again.
I am a realtor. And I for all your real estate needs. Meow. I'm going to find you your forever home.
Anyway,
No?
This is what I was trying to prevent by cutting my liquids off at 6.
Yeah, turning into Cougar Carrie.
It's Cougar
It's
Carrie.
like when the full moon's out, Cougar Carrie howls.
So anyway, also the bats were out at that time. The bats.
This is shots.
So
Sorry. Go ahead.
anyway, and so I totally lost my train of thought. But funny that you mentioned karaoke because some of our neighbors.
That's they call me karaoke because I like it. It's my name.
Oh my gosh, some of our neighbors were incredibly loud,
Oh,
and they
I don't
were
like it.
imbibing a little too much
alcoholic beverages,
alcoholic beverages.
adult drink, special drink.
And they were playing music so loud.
Was it country?
No, It wasn't country.
What was it?
But they were singing
What was it?
along to it.
What was it?
So I was kind of in and out of sleep, out of it because of their music and shenanigans. It was like there was some gangster rap in there.
Oh.
Yeah. Every now and then there'd be like there was also some
You were camping by the cold hot dog boys.
right? Mid to late 2000s, some rock, if we could call it that. I don't know. Again, I was in and out of sleep. I did wake up a little bit for the gangster rap.
I don't care for that.
No.
It's disrespectful.
Well, the quiet hours are 10 to 6.
It's disrespectful.
Abide by them.
People have babies.
People had kids in here.
Yeah. Hope's got glass all over her.
Yeah.
Trying to sleep. Harrison's 15. Angsty. Asher's mad all the time.
Scowling.
He's making his angry face. The face he makes when he's about to start throwing haymakers.
Oh, he does.
And it's a scary face.
He's got
I
that
look at him and
face.
I'm like, dude, you are a child, but I'm scared of you.
Yeah, it's intense. If he gets to wrestling and he gets that face, you better
Rage.
run.
Rage face.
That hat band's about to pop.
Dude, his internal hat band is stretched to capacity.
Again, if someone didn't listen to the last episode, to part 1, they'd have no clue what
The
we're talking
hat
about.
band of that kid's anger center. His soul hat band is itching to get out.
Totally.
He wants to walk around
Yeah, it does. Fighting
and
people.
mush faces.
But one night we were in the tent, just in the tent. I'd cut off my liquids hours before. We were all snuggled in, and we hear huge loud bang in the campsite.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, the cougar's back. The golden retriever's back. This is it. This is it. And Deb, Jeff's mom, had brought some avocados because, again, we do it up big.
If you
We've
put them
had
in a cooler, won't they
guacamole.
explode? Doesn't an avocado, if you put it in a cooler with something carbonated or something, explode?
I've never heard that. She put these in a pot with a lid and forgot about them because she was making guacamole earlier. Raccoons, trash pandas, got them out of the lid, crashing around all of the pots and pans, and then took them out into the road. The next morning we go out, and I kid you not, the avocado is split perfectly down the middle. The seed is taken out, placed gently next to the peel. Both halves of the avocado perfectly split. All the meat is gone. They have hands like humans, trash pandas. The precision with which they split the thing, and it was incredible. It's amazing.
Well,
But it was terrifying as well.
yeah.
We thought it was a bear.
Well,
We thought we were done for.
that was harrowing.
I know. It was a harrowing trip.
I'm just over here trying to think if I made it up that avocados will explode. I don't know. I don't even care.
Google it.
I don't even care anymore.
Okay. So we did 3 nights of tent camping. Then we went to a cabin in Hartselle, Colorado, which this cabin was great. Incredible views. Listen, there were beds.
Okay, he did Google it. It says they explode in the microwave, I guess.
Okay. Who cares?
That's
Everything explodes in a microwave after enough time.
That's true. The microwave is responsible for my waistline exploding. Totino's, pizza rolls,
Don't go in there.
Hot Pockets. No, I'm not going in there. It's the stuff that comes out of there.
Okay. Oh, I gotcha.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So we had plumbing in the cabin, which is all I cared about.
Yeah.
Honestly, that first day I took 2 showers because I could.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I could.
I didn't cut off my liquids because I could.
Because I could.
Because I didn't have to.
I drank all the way up till 9 p.m.
I drank all the way up till 9 p.m. The Ashley Engle story.
Water.
It's at a party.
Water.
This is
water.
an Applebee's.
My headphones are completely unplugged at this point. But truly, I was like, I don't even care. I don't even care what this place is like as long as it has beds and plumbing, and it had both, and it was lovely.
Yeah, you like all the modern conveniences. You don't like to be inconvenienced. You don't like to rough it.
I would like to show you that this is unplugged. These are unplugged.
See, this is why. This is why videoing this stupid thing.
It's not good.
If we had a shred of professionalism
Yeah.
left,
We would edit that out.
we're not doing that. But the
By we, you mean you.
Yup, no, the royal we. The fact that we took it to the tube.
Yeah.
Like at least there was this veil of like maybe they're in some like nice studio. Maybe they showered.
I
maybe
because I can.
when I'd like to think whenever people listen to me, they think that dude doesn't have an ingrown hair anywhere. When they listen to me, they think that guy probably is like a 4-hole from the end hat guy. Sure. That guy's belt's cinched. Mm-hmm. That guy's not sweating. He's profesh.
He's fresh.
He does this for a living.
That's right. He makes money.
And now what we do is we show them
that none of
those things are true.
It's true. We don't know what we're doing. What are we doing?
Nobody knows.
It's the truth. I'll say one more thing about this trip because I know I'm taking too long here, but the highlight of the trip, whitewater rafting.
Super fun.
It is one of the funnest things you could ever do.
But just did you pretend you were Meryl Streep on the River Wild with Kevin Bacon and John C. Reilly? Oh, okay.
Absolutely not. What a horrifying role.
They get kidnapped.
Yeah, they do. It's awful.
You know what the big thing about it is? The thing that really allows them to like prevail is that they all know sign language.
Yeah. We should all learn it.
Listen, that's one of the high points. Forget a couple years ago when they won an Oscar for the movie that was sign language. It was like about a deaf person, and they won. It was like the first time someone got all this acclaim for a movie about a hearing impaired person. I think it was great, and it was a really, really awesome thing. But you know what? They kept talking about how that was such a pioneering movie and it was such a big game changer. River Wild.
I give you River Wild.
ASL, American Sign Language, front and center, saving lives from Kevin Bacon. Mm-hmm. From a murderous Kevin Bacon.
Murderous Kevin Bacon, band name. But we did this through Noah's Ark, sponsor us Noah's Ark, which is the same company that we would use in high school when we went to Youthquake, which was our church camp in the summer. But the kids, I mean, they have a photographer on the banks of the river, the Arkansas River, taking your picture when you go through these certain rapids. And the facial expressions, the kids had the time of their lives.
Time of their lives.
It was so good. It was so fun. And Hopi was like, kind of want to do this when I graduate. She wants to be a river rat tour guide.
I mean, that seems fun.
She would crush it.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't inspire a ton of confidence until she got out there on the rapids.
Yeah.
Because she's a petite thing.
Yeah, she's the one
strong.
That they'd be like, I don't know.
I don't
know if I want to get on this one's raft.
And guess what?
And then she's taking them through what are they, stage 4, stage something?
These went up to stage 3. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, cool. Whatever.
I'm not about to take my children on stage 4 rapids.
Meryl Streep, you are not. Meryl Streep, you are not.
Meryl Streep, you are not. I'm John C. Reilly. But yeah, that was the highlight of the trip. It was so, so, so fun. And it was a really beautiful trip. Will I go tent camping again?
You're going to have to. It's going to happen.
I would like to stay. Here's what would change everything for me.
If I didn't have to tent camp. But that's not...
Just water. Just water. If I could take a shower, I'd be great. If I could flush a toilet, I'd be great. If I could do those 2 things... It would be a game changer.
Sometimes I just go days without showering just because.
No, this is why you're better suited to tent camping than I don't know. It's the dirty feet I can't abide. Can't do it.
Well, you married the wrong person.
No, I married the right person.
No, in this particular instance.
Okay.
Did you just admit that you married the wrong person on the internet?
No, I married the right person.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to back you into a corner here.
You really are. I married the right person for you.
Oh,
you're life mates.
That took a minute. I was like, wait, what? Yeah.
Lindsay?
Oh, we are life mates.
You're besties. You're more than besties.
I'm going to make us t-shirts that say more than besties, and we're going to just wear them at the same time always. More than besties, you and me. More Jeff and B, forever and always, more than besties. Picking me up when I fall down. Driving me round the town. Having fun, sharing a drink or 2. Maybe a sweet treat for me and you. We're always more than besties. Jeff and me.
Jeff and B.
Jeff and B. I'll bet you guys wish you had one of these. That's why we had it printed on these tasteful tees. We're more than besties.
Speaking of Jeff Engle, the other day we're in the kitchen and he goes, I got his permission to share this on the pod. It would have made you laugh so hard.
Well, clearly, your delivery is spot on.
It would have made you laugh so hard. Jeff was preparing a meal, and he goes, just once again, when he says these things, it's to no one in particular. Like, I think he's not even aware that someone's in there with him.
No.
Because, Jeff likes his kitchen time. Jeff likes his kitchen
same.
time. It's where he unwinds.
It's therapeutic. You can shut your brain off and just focus on the menial task of preparing food.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what he likes it.
Same.
And so sometimes if I come in there, I don't, I'll just quietly do something else and let him have his time. But to no one in particular, he goes, 2023 is the year of salsa for Jeff Engle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Renaissance.
And I turned around and I was like, could you repeat that, please? At which point I got out my laptop and typed out word for word because I wanted to share with the listeners.
Yeah.
But he goes, yeah, salsa's always been like a take it or leave it type condiment.
Okay. I'll take it.
But not in 2023.
This is the year. Is he going to refine his recipe? Come up with his own salsa?
These were jarred salsas that he purchased from a fundraiser at his work.
So
he's really been enjoying them.
Okay, well that's
not making, consuming.
Got it. Feels less exciting. This is the year that I start buying stuff. This is the year that I start buying jarred salsa. Not this is the year that my salsa renaissance where I figure out how to make the perfect one.
Where I win the blue ribbon at the county fair.
Nope. This is where I buy it
with my pico de gallo.
This is where the only ingredient I need is money. I just need dollar bills, and it's the year of salsa.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, maybe this is my midlife crisis. Some guys,
really funny.
Go in for sports cars, go in for unwholesome activities.
I'm a salsa boy.
I'm a salsa boy.
And I'll
like
tell you,
a real baddie.
And I'll tell you what, forget your regular midlife crisis. This one's as spicy as they come.
That's right.
This is it.
This is it.
I mean,
anyway, it made me laugh so hard, and I thought it would make you laugh too because it was just such a Jeff thing to say.
It was a roller coaster. It was a stage 4 rapid of a story because I got so excited about the making of the salsas,
and then it was a real letdown. Stage 1. How is your baby?
It is continuing. Are
you okay?
No, never.
What are we doing?
No, so it's weird, and some of the stuff that you've sent has spun off into weirdness.
I've been sending you a lot of things.
I sent you some stuff today. Finnish horse championships.
I got that too. Hobby horse.
Finnish hobby horse.
My friend Emily sent that. Hi, Emily.
It's just people riding like stick horses, and just gallivanting.
No, but
cantering.
They're riding with panache.
Yeah, but it's
style.
This
I could win an award on that, and I haven't even been trained.
People would mistake you for the stick horse. Just a flowing mane and just straight. Just a straight walking stick. No, Finnish.
I could win that blue ribbon. I'll tell you that right now.
Big Mutu. Do you know Big Mutu?
No.
He's a super fat beagle.
Oh.
And his byline is I am Beagle. And it's just
he needs to meet our friend Travis.
Big Mutu is in there. And
just his adventures, misadventures.
Just photo shoots.
Yeah.
Just pictures. And listen, as if any of you listen, I'm partial to a beagle.
Oh gosh. I have a story.
What?
I have a story to tell.
I don't want it.
Okay.
Is it sad?
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Okay.
Why?
It's not about a beagle. Anyway, Big Mutu.
Big Mutu.
Yeah.
Just popped in there today, actually. And you know who's been in there a lot? Who I've forgotten about?
What?
Do you remember Psy, who sang Gangnam Style?
Yeah.
That guy.
Is back?
He never left. He's selling out stadiums over there.
No way.
Footage of his concerts. I sent you one today. I think it's Korea. His,
South.
It's what? Thank you for clarifying.
Just so
we don't need you, North.
Just so you know.
We like to put out positive energy and include everyone.
Yeah.
Not you, North Korea.
Okay, you need to not say that.
Not
on the
you.
air.
Not you, North Korean leadership.
There you go.
The rest of y'all,
You're great.
you're great. Mm-hmm. But no, Psy.
We wish the best for you. Continue.
We do. Psy is selling out stadiums.
Wow.
His crowds are crazy raucous.
Whoa.
It's a full spectacle. He shoots up out of the stage
On a hobby horse.
I
That dance move,
I don't think
he could easily incorporate.
that's a hobby horse move, but he doesn't need it. A hobby horse is like training wheels for a guy like Cy. He's out here riding the universe.
Riding rainbows.
He's riding rainbows right to our hearts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Cy.
And I just thought it was wild.
That
and
is
once
wild.
I watched one of the videos, I was like, what is going on? The crowd, it's like a mush pit. It's like they're out of control. It's like everyone's just really digging it. And I was like, who's performing? Zooms in. It's Cy.
Does he still wear glasses
Yes,
all
he
the
does.
time?
Yes, he does.
Suits.
And he still moves like a dream. He's a treasure.
Legend.
And once I watched one video,
Yeah.
inundated with him.
Sure.
The guy's a big deal.
Yeah, he is.
Don't sleep on Cy.
Don't sleep on Cy.
Okay, how about yours?
Apparently,
I'd like to point out that I brought some stuff this time for the algorithm. A lot of
you.
times I don't, but I prepared.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a new viral croissant in Toronto.
Viral Croissant is a great band name.
Isn't it good? That's what I have band name. It doesn't look good, but I've gotten several of these. It's a flat disc of a croissant, and then they like dip it in candy and you crack it. That does not sound good to me.
No, I need a pillowy texture.
A pillowy soft.
Ooh, pillowy texture. That's a good croissant.
Listen, the mystery deepens
Yeah.
on Dang It's Wayne.
Trying to find out his
Brandon
situation.
and I are trying to find. If any of you know Dang It's Wayne, we think he's in the Houston area
I'm positive he is.
because he's eating at Houston Eateries.
Yes.
But this week, you guys, he posted some of his drip,
Drip.
his new drip.
Expensive drip.
Hermes.
Hermes.
What else was in there? Louis Vuitton?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Something. All these luxury brands. And he's like, just treated myself to something. What?
And he
What do we
rolls,
do for
and
a
he
living,
rolls
Wayne?
around in a really nice Mercedes.
Yeah.
And
He's not making this drip money eating.
he might be.
Wendy's.
He just got sponsored by Panda Express.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Wouldn't joke
How
about
can
that.
Wayne get sponsored by Panda Express and
I
we
feel
can't?
like look at his followers numbers
Oh, you're right.
and look at ours.
You're right.
And I still think we should get sponsored by Panda Express.
Sponsor us, Panda Express.
Sponsor us, Crab Rangoon.
Crab Rangoon. But if any of you know more about Wayne, like, how can we find out more about Wayne? What's his situation?
That's our new segment. More about Wayne. Ooh, that's a good segment.
We love Dang It's Wayne.
He cracks me up. I will literally watch every one of his videos start to finish. Can't help it. Can't look away.
So good.
Amazing.
He's a delight. I saw, this prompts a question. I saw a thing in my algorithm. It was on one of the vintagey 80s accounts that I follow.
Love 'em.
Or that pop up for me. As a kid,
Yeah.
who was scarier to you? And I think I know the answer because I just know how deep rooted this is in me.
You.
Who was scarier?
Freddy Krueger.
No. E.T.
Okay.
or Alf?
E.T.
Totally.
100%. Because there was that laundry hamper at the McKnight's house.
That's the story I was going to tell.
Yeah. When you walk down the hallway and you see a E.T. down the hallway in the dark.
E.T.
Ouch.
So scary.
Yeah. Terrifying. To this day.
Life-sized E.T. Guys, we had some friends who
To
lived
this day,
in
I
Texas.
have night terrors about it. My sleep paralysis demon takes the form of E.T. When I can't move in the night, he's hovering over me with his glowing finger
His bulbous
and a
head.
belly full of dirty laundry. Ouch.
Just handing you a Reese's Pieces.
Dude, which that, as a peace offering, as a pieces offering, I hate when people call them Reese's.
Reese's. It's not right.
It's an apostrophe.
It's not right.
It's Reese's.
Yeah.
It belongs to him.
Yeah.
And we owe him a debt of gratitude.
We sure do. They're so good. I love a Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
Reese's
Alf,
Piece.
Alf is ridiculous.
I know.
The
It's
fact-
not scary. I thought that was dumb, but I did want to tell the story about that. We had some friends who lived in Texas, Megan and Trent. Hi, Megan and Trent.
Hey.
We would go stay with them in the summer. And Trent had a life-sized E.T. laundry hamper, and it had a little flap in his stomach. And
And you toss your dirties in. You toss your whites in.
And I remember one time I had to, I couldn't sleep. I had to ask that it be moved to the closet.
It was horrifying.
Closet door shut.
Because if E.T.'s not terrifying enough in the light of day, turn the lights down on him.
Just the outline.
And he's fueled by undies. Angry. An angry extraterrestrial fueled by dirty undies. That's how the world ends. Forget these Independence Day The aliens.
Forget AI.
Forget AI. Forget all of it. Oh, yeah, but I remember that.
That was terrifying.
Alf is wild to me, though, because it's like, can you imagine today if someone greenlit a sitcom about a puppet alien from Melmac that ate cats? It's like, oh, no. We're going to give it a full 27 episode order.
Honestly, I felt like we were better off. It was a simpler time.
Probably.
Simpler time. We were better off. Better off because, speaking of AI, Crindy did not do a review this week, but she and Harry went, they're just, they're moviegoers.
They are.
They're moviegoers. They love it. They love an afternoon and evening at the theater. But they went to see the new Mission Impossible.
Sounds great.
It sounds great. She said it was nearly 3 hours.
It's too long.
Awfully long. And it was about AI taking over the world.
That's
a theme of that.
I don't need that.
No.
Because I'm sure it's going to happen, and I'm
Don't want to think about it.
I don't want to think about it.
Maybe
but
in this lifetime.
But I will always be polite to Siri and Alexa. I always thank them for their advice.
Allies.
Because whenever they take over, I need them to at least be like this. We'll keep him on as like a court jester.
Yeah.
Making us laugh.
Was good to me.
Doing AI jokes.
Yeah.
Binary humor.
Yeah.
100101111. Thank you, Brandon, for your humor.
I feel like we're wading into some dangerous waters right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys.
If the undie alien doesn't get us, AI will.
The AI will get us every time. Guys, if you do not follow us on social media, do that. We're at CHWH Pod. We have fun there. And every Friday we do an algorithm roundup. And all of our best stuff for that comes from you. So send it to us.
Because we're stupid.
And
We're
we'll
out of
tag you.
ideas. We need y'alls.
Listen.
Don't be stingy with your follows.
We need it.
Costs you nothing.
What you been watching, reading, or listening to, B?
I have been reading the 33 and a third book on the album Pink Moon by Nick Drake. Those books kind of break down iconic albums, and you
Are
read
those
through.
those little guys over there?
And the Pink Moon
They're
one
just
is
little
the one on
short
top.
guys.
Yeah, little short guys, and I just kind of picked that one up the other day.
Nice.
Have been
Where do you buy your books?
Amazon.com.
You do. Okay.
Or I like to go to a Barnes and Noble. Smells good in there.
Smells great in there. You could blindfold me, put me in there. I'd know where I was.
I have this weird idiosyncrasy tick where I go into, my favorite book is Confederacy of Dunces by John Kennedy Toole. And anytime I go into a Barnes and Noble, I go find their copy of it and I turn it sideways so it's facing out. So hopefully
and
someone.
You put a little sign on it that says Brandon's pick.
I do. I keep.
Who's Brandon?
I keep one of those in my pocket all the time just in case. Been watching The Bear season 2.
How's season 2?
It's great. Keeps getting better and better.
We still haven't started
about halfway through. It's incredible.
Okay.
You will want to binge it straight through.
Okay.
New episodes of the show. It's Always Sunny. Inappropriate for the kids, but I like to watch. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And been listening to an album, self-titled album by a band called Del Water Gap.
Okay.
It's good, kind of synthy, fun vibes. So
nice.
There's some stuff. See, I came prepared today.
Yeah, you did. Okay. So I haven't been doing a whole lot. I am anticipating Shark Week. It starts July 23rd. How do you feel about Shark Week on the Discovery Channel?
I feel like in recent years, it's been recycling the same programming and just adding a different host.
You know why? Because they're in season 35.
Yeah, so's The Simpsons, but they keep making new stuff.
I feel like what's more involved? Making a shark documentary?
Or hand drawing entire episodes of The Simpsons?
No, I really stepped in it there, didn't I? But you've got to tag the sharks. You've got to follow them. You got to chart their journey. You've got to dive with them. You got to build the cage.
Uh-huh. Go ahead.
Gas the boat. Cut the chum.
Cut the chum. Man, cut the chum's a really funny thing to say in reference to a fart. Roll the windows down.
Sorry, guys.
Blake just cut the chum. Cut a hole in the tarp. Cut a hole in the tarp. Reggie cut the chum back here.
The whole trip, whichever kid was in that seat, I'd be like, hey, honey, roll the window up. It's too loud. Every time. And the whole time Asher would be like, Mom, like he'd go to roll it up. Anyway.
Somebody's got to cut the chum. That's intern work right there. That's Discovery Channel intern work, cutting chum.
It is. Gotta
Some
chum
kid,
the waters.
some kid in film school just excited, wants to make his mark on the creative community, spends his entire summer cutting chum for some old salt. Some, cut me chum. What, sir? I'm a junior at UCLA. I am a junior in the highly regarded film school at UCLA, and I'm cutting your chum. You one-legged, one-eyed.
Anyway, the 35th season of Shark Week starts on July 23rd.
Who's the
Discovery
host?
Channel.
Jason Momoa.
Yes, Aquaman.
I was about to have that get Googled, but it was in here.
Aquaman.
Yeah,
That's why.
that's the dot to connect.
But so this was funny.
He's also from like an island
Yeah,
community, so it's like he's a water fella.
Waterman.
And honestly, I feel like he could maybe beat a shark up. I feel like he could defeat a shark in hand-to-hand combat.
Because you know what you're supposed to do if they're attacking you, hit them in their nose.
Bop him, and they say that, but I don't know if that's a myth or not.
I feel like your hand goes right into the mouth.
I feel like that's a quick way to
slide right in.
That's a quick way to be chum.
To be cut chum.
To be cut chum.
So Jeff's car is windowless, but what it does have is a DVD player.
Sure.
And so we took season 2 of The Office. There are some episodes of that season that are not child appropriate.
Doesn't matter. That season is
It's primo.
banger after banger after banger.
It is. It's the best season of The Office.
When we were just rewatching it recently, I like every episode. I kept being like, "What season?" Like we were like, "What season is this?"
Yeah.
We're like, "This is still season 2." They were on fire in season 2.
They hit their stride.
Hit their stride.
Steve Carell got hair plugs.
Did
Or
Great.
something.
Whoever did them,
Did great.
primo
I
work.
will say,
Gwen
sponsors-
Stefani's guy did it.
Probably great. I will say this because I adore Steve Carell, and sponsor us, please, Steve.
Come on this pod.
Come on this pod. There are a couple episodes in season 2 where they used some kind of like makeup on the scalp,
Okay.
and in close-ups you can really see it.
I need to see. Oh, because
And rewatching it, I'm like, oh, it's a little bit Giuliani-esque,
okay.
where it melted and it didn't melt, but you can see it.
But it had. There's a thing that they use where it's like a sprinkle. It's like a powder.
I
that
think
you can
that's what it
sprinkle
is.
in, and it fills in gaps.
Yeah, and I think that's what they were doing while the implants were taking hold.
That's showbiz.
And they're great.
They're great. He looks great.
He looks great.
He looks better now than he ever has.
Agree. But in that season, like you can kind of see that happening. But anyway, what was fun,
I cannot wait to have a hair plug segment where we talk about a new person's hair plugs every week.
listen,
You're next, McConaughey.
I'm for it. Then Cage.
We could do a month on Cage.
I'm for it. Listen, I think it's great. I support it 100%. But anyway, it was fun to listen to them because the kids had the DVD screens, but we could hear it. And just listening was a fun experience. Just listening.
Oh, because
to
you
season
can,
2 of The
because
Office.
you can picture it just
You
in
can
your mind's
picture
eye.
it. And
You
I
have
picked
it.
up on little things. And anytime Steve Carell sings, brings
So
me
good.
or cries.
He is literally just one of the most, and there's probably a list to be made, but on my list of most joyful people to watch, just because he's so funny and you hear such wonderful things
committed.
about him. Mm-hmm. Everyone just says that he's the life of the party, the heart of any situation he's in.
Yeah.
Love him to death. Have you ever seen,
Same.
speaking of visualizing The Office, have you ever seen, it's so pleasing to my brain, the overhead rendering of The Office that someone made online where they actually like architecturally mapped out exactly how the office would look if you looked down on it.
No, but
Like,
I love that.
and you'll look at it and you'll be like, oh, there's the annex, right? That's on the
Yeah.
other side of the break room. Here are the bathrooms. And the way it lays out, it's really visually fun to look at.
Because when you're at ground level, you can kind of imagine.
You can imagine how it lays out, but when you look down on it as a floor plan, I guess it makes it more real. It makes it feel
That's
like
fun.
more of an actual place, which is super fun.
That's fun.
Yeah, I'll look it up and send it to you. It's really, really fun to look up.
It's fun to watch. And so we watched season 2 and listened to season 2 on the way, but now we're in 4 at home. And they're moving into Dunder Mifflin Infinity, and Ryan is there. And and the kids are like, what is that? Because it's a website and it's
Yeah.
new and
Yeah.
Dwight's competing. I'm like, guys, this was new
Yeah.
back then. Like and they don't get it.
No, because they were born with a smartphone welded to their hand.
They were. It was a different time, and man, has it moved fast. And this is why AI is taking over.
This is why. And this
it's
is
happening
why,
at such a rapid
and
pace.
this is why we've pivoted from being destroyed by an undefilled alien to a computer.
robots.
To a computer.
It's true. I started watching a thing called Welcome to Crappie Lake with Luann and Sonia from the Real Housewives of New York.
Okay.
I got, no lie, 2 minutes in, and I was like, can't do it.
You know, I have a lot of respect for when people can start a thing and then realize quickly and be like, nope, not worth it.
Not
Like
worth it. Can't do it.
I'll tell you, it's almost sociopath behavior, but a person who can get like halfway through a book and be like, I don't want to finish that. It's not worth my
too
time.
much time.
But it's like, I feel so weird stopping a book halfway.
Oh, I can't leave it unfinished.
It's so weird. But a show, I'll start a show and be like, not worth my time. Too much quality stuff out there for me to waste time on some boo-boo.
Agree.
Meanwhile, I'm just going to go later and watch The Office again.
Yeah.
Just going to keep watching the same thing.
Yeah. 100%.
We fear change.
I started that book, Lessons in Chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Lindsay and Crindy have read it. Interesting lead character in this one. And Deb, my mother-in-law, was reading it too. And I would hear her laughing out loud and shaking her head. And she'd be like, this is so weird. I don't know. But I've just started it and I'm kind of intrigued. Interesting lead character, different. I'm going to stick this one out. I'm not going to stop halfway and I'm going to see it through.
You're going to get through it.
I'm going to get through it.
Okay.
Yeah, so you are about to head out on quite the adventure. Do you just want to give us a high level?
I'll give you an update when I get back. We're going to Alaska.
Going to Alaska.
Never
guys.
been.
I've never been.
Bears.
Listen, Crindy said Alaska tried to kill her.
Bears.
She sticks by food poisoning.
Bears.
Moose.
Skeeters.
Low temps. No, constant sunlight.
Cougars.
Cougars.
Cougars at the Buffalo Wild Wings. Signing up for every karaoke song.
I cannot wait to hear. Wait to hear. You're going with Lindsay's family, sister, her husband, Lindsay's parents, you, Linz, and Benny.
Ben.
It's gonna be amazing.
It'll be a lot. I'm just bending it with Ben. We're gonna rough it. We're going tent camping.
Tent camping on the deck of the ship.
Tundra.
Just on the deck of the ship. Anyway, we cannot wait to hear. We know you'll have stories galore when you return.
And that'll be in several weeks since this is a 2-parter.
I know, right?
So y'all just have to wait.
We'll
Stop
just
it.
have to
Stop
wait.
asking.
Quit asking about
Stop
the
asking.
Alaska trip. What's your warm heart, B?
I feel like every time I play a show, it's always this, but it's like so much positive. That's the beauty of like live music and stuff. It's like when people are just so kind and supportive, and just met some nice folks and got very like, then just nice people.
Yeah.
Nice people. How about that? Just nice people in general, but centered around playing some live music and having a good time. So, and getting to play. How about this? I've never done this one before, I don't think, but playing with my guys. Getting to play with Teddy and Ethan and Matt. Not you, Wiser, this time. You like that? You like how I use my warm heart to shame Wiser? And we're back. What's yours?
Cold heart. My warm heart, excuse me, is that my oldest boy is about to turn 15. I can't believe it. As soon as I leave here, we're going to go to a movie. I think we're going to see the new Indiana Jones.
Nice.
And have lunch at his choice of places. And I'm really excited about it. My baby, the one who made me a mom's 15.
I'm going to throw him the lamest quinceañera you've ever heard of. He's going to hate it.
He's about to start high school and I cannot.
Well.
It's crazy town. I both love and hate it.
Why don't you calm down?
Okay.
Watery eyes. Is someone cutting chum in here? Why don't you calm down? Hey guys, thanks for listening to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts special 2-part edition. Hey. Okay. Bye.
Bye.